Yo, what's up? This your boy Solomon Childs, representing the almighty Wu Tang, Theodore Unit in the building. You watching Team Focus Radio with my boy, So Focus. Yeah!
You know what it is, Team Focus Radio. I'm your host, So Focus. I'm currently in Staten Island with the one and only Solomon Childs. What's going on, my brother?
Yo.
Representing the Wu Tang in the building.
Yeah, you already.
Real facts.
You know how we do it.
Let's get these questions real quick. First of all, where you from?
West Brighton Projects, the Malcolm Homes. Staten Island representing. You know what I mean?
Can you kind of talk about your experience growing up there?
It was pretty, rough like any other hood. Skelly boards, stealing wax from the stores, for your skelly top, chilling, G.I. Joe men, Transformers, slap boxing,
Good and bad.
Yeah, the good and bad, so, it was a good atmosphere, but, like any other hood, you had to, get your bumps and bruises, so, that was basically it, getting your, doing what you had to do, to get where you had to get.
Definitely. Let's get into the part music-wise, right? At what point did you say, I want to get involved in music?
I think I wanted to get involved in music when I got incarcerated. I was rhyming already, but, when I was rhyming, my vocabulary was garbage, but everybody was like, yo, yo, you sound like Kool G Rap. And I was like, word? I'm like, I love Kool G Rap. I sound like him? So I'm like, yo, because I used to, metaphorically, iolorically, eonorically, teorically, theolorically, and, it was no words. They didn't make no sense. But I kept the flow going. So, a lot of brothers was like, yo, what is he saying, though? Is he saying something? Well, we babies, we young, so, they don't know if I'm really saying a word or not. So, when I got incarcerated and being around other New Yorkers, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Harlem, Queens, it was more like I had to step my game up because I had it and I was better than them, but I just had to start writing. So once I started writing and memorizing stuff, it was like, oh, okay, cool, no doubt. But I think, coming up, I think my first experience when I said, you know what, this is what I want to do, I had went to school, because my mom's was more like a pop artist, She liked pop music, Madonna, Pat Benatar, Sade, Ashford and Simpson, that kind of music, So when we got in her car to go to school, it was that kind of music that was being played, And then my dad, he was like a cowboy, So he was more like Willie Nelson and Conway Twitty and George Strait, and Dolly Parton, Randy Travis, those kind of people. So it was like, I didn't really know too much about hip-hop. I didn't know nothing about that till I went to junior high school, and a few cousins of mine was in the lunchroom, and they was, singing Big Daddy Kane, Ain't No Half Steppin', and I'm like, what is that? Like, who sings that? That ain't Madonna, That ain't George Strait, So they like, nah, you gotta go to Channel 31. And you could watch all them joints, I'm like, what? And, I said, I don't got Channel 31, though, My TV only go up to 13. They like, nah, you got the other button. You got to put that button on the U. You got to put the top button on U. And then that button got all them little numbers. And I'm like, oh, that's what that button's for. So I put on Channel 31 and shit. I called my cousin. I'm like, yo, man, ain't no videos on, man. It's some dude with an afro painting a picture right now. He's like, nah, just wait, that's gonna go off. And like clockwork, it went off at 3:30, man. And Ralph McDaniels came on, like, what the fuck is this? And the first video that came on was Special Ed. I got it made, And I was like, yo, this is it for me. This is what I want to do. I don't want to be a police officer. I don't want to be a fireman. I don't want to save the... I need to do this. This dude is my age. Mad kids got the bubble gooses on, the bear coats and all that stuff. Everybody's chilling. I got it made because everything I want, I got paid. I want to give everything from cotton to suede. I'm like, yo, this is it. This is what I want to be doing. You know what I mean? So that was it.
Yeah, definitely. So being a musical artist, like, what separates you from everybody else? Because everybody today's day rap. You know what I mean?
What separates me from everybody else is the versatility. I'm not afraid to do stuff. I hate when people say, "Oh, nah, you sure you want to sing that? Maybe you should get a singer to sing that." Nah, man. If I wanted a singer to sing that, I would get a singer to sing that. I feel like singing this part. I want to harmonize this part. So it's more like a no-holds-barred thing with me, you know what I mean? To do it the way I want to do it, you know what I mean? So, you know, basically, that's basically it. I just want to do it how I want to do it, and that's what kind of, you know, separates me from the other people that's in the industry.
Definitely. So can you kind of talk about the Wu Tang a little bit, kind of how you got involved with Wu Tang?
Well, Ghost's my first cousin. Capadon is my god brother. So you know what I mean? Cap actually brought me to the studio. You know, Cap brought me to the studio back, you know, back in like '97. I think we was on the ferry together, and you know, we was chilling and all of that, and he was like, "Yo, what you doing right now?" You know what I mean? I had my book. I used to always just and rhyme at the same time while I was doing the beat, you know what I mean? So, you know, I have the whole ferry, like, you know, on me, like, yo, he's killing it. So, you know, Cap was like, yo, what you doing right now? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm chilling. I'm getting ready to go see my other cousin. God bless him, his name was Junior. He was working with Puff Daddy in them at Daddy's house. So I was like, you know, I'm going to chill with him. He's trying to get me up to Daddy's house. He was like, yo, I don't know about all that, man. But if you want, you can come with me right now. I'm going to the mansion, the Wu Mansion. I said, oh, word? All right, fuck it, I'll go with you. And we went there, and that night we did Pillage. You know what I mean? And it was like, after that, that was it. You know what I mean? To the sky, to the roofs to the sky, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but during that era, like, cause I know I was a kid during these times. Like, how was it? How did it impact Staten Island specifically, the Wu Tang era?
Oh, it was crazy because there wasn't no other MCs that was coming out of the Staten Island. You had the UMCs, you know what I mean? But they had a different kind of style. It was more like a De La Soul type of style. You know what I mean? It was more like a cultural type of style. So with Wu Tang, they came out more like I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser. You know what I mean? So it was like, you know, these dudes, who the fuck is these dudes? Like, what? These niggas sound crazy right here. You know what I mean? And it was like, you know, there was so many styles that was actually birthed, you know, from those songs. Method Man, you know, I got fat bags of skunk, I got white owl blunts, and I'm about to go get lifted. It was like dudes wasn't rapping like that nowhere. You know what I mean? West Coast, East Coast, Midwest, nowhere. So it was like, you know what I mean? Dudes was like, yo, this is something different right here. Who is these dudes? You know, God bless Dirt, you know what I mean? Niggas on the block rolling, we be rolling, you know what I mean? It was like, what? How? Like, where'd this kind of style come from? So, you know, it was like, you know, you always got dudes that's gonna hate, you know what I mean? So, you know, or be like, nah, this shit ain't gonna fly. Ain't nobody fucking with that. But, you know, where the fuck is they at now?
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, today, hip-hop is obviously different from back in the day. So, how do you feel about today's music today? It's kind of way different from back as it was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like your music now? Or?
I mean, I'm versatile, you know what I mean? So, and again, I came up through versatile music, you know, dealing with pop and country western, and then verging into hip hop and R&B like New Edition and Belle Biv DeVoe and, you know, Bobby Brown and those kind of, you know, groups. So for me personally, music is music, and music is always going to elevate, you know. Africa Bambaataa and the Treacherous 3 or the 5 or whatever, you know, whatever their names was, you know what I mean? Those dudes, I guarantee you, they wasn't with Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and LL and all them coming out. They was like, man, what the fuck is this stupid shit right here? This is garbage. The same way they wasn't, you know, when Wu Tang and Mobb Deep and Nas and God Bless Biggie and those kind of, you know, historical groups came with their styles. Those MCs was like, I remember being small and dudes like Kane and all of them was like, nah, that ain't hip hop. You know what I mean? That's gangster rap. That ain't hip hop. And the same way how the 90s artists, you know, flipped it over when the Locks and Dipset and Fab and all of those kind of artists came about, you know what I mean? And then the same way those artists flip it now that you got the Baby and the Young Baby and Wheezy and Drake and all. So, you know what I mean? Hip hop is constantly gonna elevate. It's never gonna stay the same, you know what I mean? And we don't, as artists, you shouldn't want it to stay the same. As listeners, you shouldn't want it to stay the same. You know, one thing my grandma always told me, she says, you know, one thing they hate the most is change. You know what I mean? That's what people hate the most, change. If you wake up every morning and there's buttermilk banana pancakes on your table, warm, you don't got to do nothing but just cut it and put syrup on it, you happy. But if one morning you wake up and that ain't there, and it's French toast, you wait a minute, what happened? Small change, as small as that is as big as, you know, change is, period.
Definitely. Do you have a top 3 artist right now?
A top artist?
Your top 3 artists that you consider, you know, actually your favorite artists, top 3 artists.
I don't know. Like, you mean?
It could be past, present, the artists you listen to the most.
I don't know. I don't really listen. I'm more like I like music. So it's like if my mans be like, yo, you heard that new joint? Nah, let me hear it. And they play it for me. I'm like, cool. Who is this? Oh, this is A Boogie with the Hoodie. Okay, cool. Let me hear this for a little while. I might play that all week. Like, okay, cool. This little kid is killing it right now. But I'm not really like my best. You know what I mean? All time, I'm always in the mood for. I can always do a Fab song. You know what I mean? You know, Wu Tang is always classic. You know what I mean? Ghost and Ray. You know what I mean? You know, but for what it's worth, I'm just a musician. I love music. You know what I mean? So if the beat is good and the rhythm is good, the raps is strong, I love it. You know what I mean? I fucks with Migos. You know what I mean? Nicki, Cardi. You know what I mean? I'm all for, like, you know, whoever's out there making, you know, noise. Some of them be a little over the top. But I mean, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Fuck it. You know, you're not gonna like everything. You know what I mean? But you know, everybody got one hit under their belt. You know what I mean?
So if you could give advice to a young artist out there right now, like, what would you say to him or her?
As far as what coming up?
As far as coming up in the game, correct?
Grind. I mean, you gotta grind. You gotta. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, yo, you on? Don't ever think you on. You never on. You know what I mean? You're never actually on till you're on. When you on, you know you're on. You know what I mean? You won't have to be like, yo, am I on? Does anybody know I'm on? You know what I mean? You won't never have to say that. You'll know you're on. You know what I mean? Without even no kind of hesitation at all. You'll be like, yo, I'm doing it right now. And I feel like that's the accomplishment. You know what I mean? That's the goal, you know, to actually grind till you can't grind no more. You know what I mean? And you know, do it however you got to do it. Whether you got to saturate the game with music, whether you got to saturate the game with content, whether you got to saturate the game with just, you know, imagery of who you are and what you stand for, go for it, man. If this is really what you want, go for it.
So what are you working on right now?
I'm working on an album, King Kong of New York, Volume 2. The Return of Kong. You know what I mean? It's a dope project. Ghostface is the executive producer of it. You know, it's that music. You know what I mean? It's that real live music. It's definitely that music that you're gonna be like, yo, this is fire. this is where we at. But it's like, I hate when people be like, yo, this is what the game is missing. Because you can't really say this is what the game is missing, because you can't continuously keep coming out with every artist can't come out with this kind of music. You know what I mean? If that's the case, then it's like, damn, where's the other kind of music? Or what's this guy doing? Or where's the originality? So, basically it's just my rendition of, good, real, solid, strong hip hop.
So what about business outside of just music? Like a lot of times artists start to sell shoes, hats, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to push any brands outside of music?
I got an athletic line.
Okay.
I work out twice a day. So, I've got an athletic line that's about to merge. And, I'm acting now.
Wow.
So, I got some roles coming up to 2020. And, decent roles. I got a company that is going to take me on as, one of their, actors and, get me gigs. So, I'll probably be, I'm getting older, so now it's like, I don't really want to be at the grocery store and dudes be like, because when you a hip hop artist, they constantly be on you.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what up, Charles? Yo, let me hear something, Charles. I know you got something fire right now. Give me a joint. But if you an actor, you see Denzel Washington in the supermarket, you ain't saying, yo, Denzel, say that training day line for me. You ain't saying that to this nigga Denzel. You just like, oh shit, Denzel, what up, Denzel? Let's take a picture real quick. And that's it. He go his way, you go your way. So I'm basically looking to do it like that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Solomon, what's up? Yo, what's good? Let's get this photo. Gone. Peace. I'm gonna see y'all later, man. Definitely. And that's it,
What kind of roles do you want to play? Like maybe like Power or something like that?
I'm pretty much whatever. You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I mean? I want to do some good roles. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep it. I just want to do some good roles. You know what I mean?
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works. Whatever's touching, heartfelt. You know what I mean? Some true stories. You know what I mean?
Maybe you ever think about doing like a documentary about your life possibly one day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think that'd be a good one. Yeah. Also, you ever been starstruck before? Keep it in the game for a while. You ever see anybody that you was kind of in awe of or kind of respected a lot?
Ice Cube. I seen Ice Cube at the airport, but I had seen him before then because I had went to a meeting with RZA and at the Staples Center, and RZA had a meeting with this guy named Andre Shack, and Andre Shack was I think he was the CEO, the president of Priority Records at the time, and he had brought us in the Skybox, Ice Cube Skybox. And it was like, oh, okay, yo, what's up? Oh, Cube, yeah, peace. So it wasn't really like, I think he had his wife, his kids in there, so it wasn't really like one of those. But then I seen him at the airport, and I kind of was like, oh, shit, Cube. Yo, Cube, you remember me? He was like, no. I said, that's some bullshit, man. I said, it's all good, though. I said, yeah, I met you with RZA, at the Skybox in the Staples Center. He said, all right, nice to meet you again. And that was it. But you know what I mean? Yeah, he kind of had me starstruck.
It's all good. So what do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years? I see me on TV, doing like some kind of major role, you know what I mean? Something major, but definitely on TV. I might still be dabbling in music here and there, but I'll be on TV. That'll be where I'll be, shooting for. Whether it's, reality shows like Impractical Jokes, you know what I mean? But, something where I'll just be, basically on film now, you know what I mean? That'll be that.
Definitely. So if there's anybody out there watching right now that may not know who you are yet, like what do you want them to know about you?
Great music. Music for every situation you think you could possibly have went through. Definitely something like a breath of fresh air when you go and search for me on YouTube or SoundCloud or, wherever there may be streaming music, you always gonna get great music. It's never gonna be nothing where I'm trying too hard or I'm trying to be somebody else, or it's just me being me,
Definitely. So how can people out there get in contact with you on social media?
Facebook. I know people always say, "Yo, Facebook." I don't really be on Facebook, man. But I'm always on Instagram. S_Childs. I got that little stupid blue check shit too. I hate that blue check shit. I don't know if I know everybody be like, really infatuated with the blue check shit, but I hate the blue check. You know what I mean? Because it's like, ever since I got that blue check, my bitch think that I'm fucking God now. She think I'm fucking everybody now, fucking with this stupid blue check shit. You know what I mean? And that shit be pissing me off, because it's like, damn, I already been a star. You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, the blue check is some bullshit. But I respect, niggas out there trying to get their weight up and shit. But like I said, you know what I mean? It's S_Childs, and I got that dumbass blue check. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So
make sure to hit me up also at SoFocus Life on social media. This interview's come on SoFocusMedia.com. And thank you so much, man. It's So Focused, Solomon Childs, man.
Yeah, so
appreciate
focused.
you, man. All the way from CT, all the way over here, man. Staten Island,
that's
man.
right.
Appreciate
That's
you,
right.
Man.
He came out here.
Word,
You know what I mean?
Man. So don't make no excuses, man. Go out there and hustle and get yours, man. You heard? T-Focus Radio, we out of here. Yeah.
Originally, I was like, who is that? What are they doing? Whatever. And then I went on and saw some of your work, and I liked it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
If you don't show that you're hungry, nobody's gonna give you an opportunity.
Just do what you're doing and be good at what you do. And if it's that great, the greats will notice you.
It's all about team focus. I'm with my G, So Focused.
You locked in with Team Focus Radio. Team Focus Radio. Team Focus Radio.
Team Focus Radio with my boy, So Focused.
We're so focused.
With my boy So Focused. Get focused, y'all.
SoFocusMedia.com